Welcome to Shad Life. Well, in this box here, I have a suitcase which is specific for the Brompton. I don't remember what the manufacturer is. I just ordered this from the same two-fold bikes shop that I bought this bike from down in Florida. But it is the suitcase that Bromptons are supposed to fit into. So I'm going to unbox the case. We're going to open it up. We're going to fold this bike and see if it fits. I've watched some videos and there's one thing that I know the seat might have to be taken off. I don't know yet or not. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, but that might be the case. And while I'm unboxing and doing this, I want to talk a little bit about why did I just go out and spend a little bit more money on getting the real deal versus just buying some other suitcase and figuring out how to get this in there. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's get it out of here. Whoa, yeah. All right, I'm gonna ditch this cardboard box just to get it out of the view. Okay, so this is it. It's a hard case, which is good because that wasn't cheap. You want it protected. So the idea behind this is being able to just easily bring the Brompton with me when I travel, right? And as long as I'm traveling to a destination that isn't a mountain bike or BMX or whatever destination, if I'm flying and I'm just going somewhere for leisure, I want to have this slick transportation with me. So that's why I got the Brompton. I like that these are Velcro, I can tell you that right now. Let's move this so I can make sure this is completely in view. Slippers and all. Alright, I have to kind of learn. Okay, there we go. Pretty straightforward. Open it up, and there you have it. And it's got the padding in here, right? I'm not 100% sure what these are for. I'm sure they're to put different places around the bike, maybe. And they might actually have something on the website that explains this. But for now, I just want to see if the thing fits. So let's do that. So it's been a while since I've disassembled it. It's a little dirty too because I did ride it in the so-so temps. Now, here's the part of remembering how everything goes, and I want to say I do this next. This is the problem if you don't do this all the time, is you forget how things go. Yeah, I think this is it. And then you plop the seat down. Remember, right? Yeah, oh well, my memory's serving me well right now. And then the handlebars, right? And those lock into place. And then you've got the pedal, there's a little lever. The pedal has to go. Oh yeah. Wow. This is the one part I'm not remembering. There's a way that the pedal goes. It's not there because that hits the crank arm. Oh, yeah. The cranks have to be in the right position. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Seat's all the way down. And I'm just going to kind of see what configuration works here. See if this has to... I mean, it's looking like it's going to fit. That's in the way though, so I wonder if this is why the seat has to come on. Or I'm trying to determine if this suitcase is perfectly square, because if it is, I think it's perfectly square. Well, it goes in there, but I can tell that because the seat is there, right? So that's what they're saying, is the seat probably has to come off in order for this to just sit all the way in there. So I'm just trying to eyeball it, but it's kind of neat. You can see me kind of struggle with this. Let's see if I can figure it out. Like there, it'll go in there, but I can tell that this part right here, unless it can thread all the way in, is going to be in the way of the suitcase closing. I just know that right off the bat, I believe. For sure, yep. So, in the seats tucked up in the corner. So that's what they've been talking about with the seat needing to come off. So the seat can come off with just a simple Allen wrench or hex wrench, whatever you want to call it. And it actually came with one that would work for that. So yeah, let me pop the seat off and see how it goes in there. So with the seat off, it's very interesting because it's kind of a modern take on the old style seat clamps, like the old steel ones that had a nut on each side and you squeeze it. This is just a much nicer version of that same concept. You know, it looks like it's a mix of some aluminum, and this probably is, I can't tell if this is aluminum or steel. It looks like it might actually be aluminum, so it's actually pretty lightweight. It's not super heavy. But now that the seat is off, let's see how this goes. Reposition that. Yeah, now it just drops right in there. Piece of cake. You can stick the seat here, maybe the other way so it's not banging on the paint, and then the thing closes. Okay. There we go. And then you do the straps. Got the handle. And there you go. And there's enough space in there where I feel like I would put some clothes and some other things, just kind of pack them in there. And I'll see what these do. Obviously there's a little slot there, so I have a feeling these can just fit in different places to help protect the bike a little more. Whether they're needed, if I decide to put clothes in there or not, is not known. But I do have to remember there's a chain, and the chain will get clothes dirty, things like that. So that part I'll figure out, but this is pretty slick. So the reason I got the case that's designed for the Brompton is because I don't want, and I'm sure this case might be more generic and other things, it might be work for other things too, but I've watched some videos of people just buying some, random case that this will fit in, and it seemed like a much more painstaking process for them to fit the bike in those suitcases. So I kind of was like, yeah, could I get a $60 suitcase or $90, whatever, off of Amazon, whatever, then awesome, there you go. But, this was around $240, I believe, and that's not a bad price to pay for something that actually is designed for the bike to be inside of it. It has the padding and everything I need. So I'm gonna grab the camera and show you kind of a closer look of what it looks like inside there. So So here you go. This is what it looks like inside there. I got the seat tucked right there. And you know, if I wanted to wedge some clothes, you know, there's space up top here, I believe. A little bit, yeah, because then that would kind of wedge it in there. I don't have to worry about it moving. There's padding here, there's padding on the bottom, and you know, some clothes around. It actually looks like the chain would be down there and out of the way, so I actually could pack clothes and stuff. As long as the bike's clean, I wouldn't be getting my clothes all dirty, and or other things that I'm going to bring with me on the trip would easily fit in here. I almost feel like I could fit like a camera. I have a camera, a nice camera in a camera bag that would fit right there. But I honestly, when I bring my camera, I usually just bring it as a carry-on with me. Just because the things, that camera costs more than this and the suitcase combined. If you know about cameras, they're not cheap. So, there you have it. That's slick. I like that. Then when I get to my destination, all I have to do is pop that thing out, unfold it, attach the seat, take, what, maybe a minute, if that. I want to make sure the seat stays adjusted right, but, you know, you can do that pretty quickly. And off I go. Can ride wherever I want to ride and check things out. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. I really like this idea. How many times will I use it in a year? Maybe 3 or 4. I do have a trip to Boston coming up, and I'll probably bring this to Boston and use it as transportation, and I can go right on the train. Like, that is, like, Boston is such a perfect city for something like this, because every time I go to Boston, I end up walking, like, way more than I'm capable of. Like, I'm sore by the end of the day. My feet are done because I've just walked so much, checking things out, seeing all the sights, all that stuff. And I think with this, it would make a trip to Boston so much easier because I can just bring it on the train with me. When I get to the destination, unfold it, go ride, see all the sights, be super chill about it. And then if I have to go in somewhere and eat, I fold it up, bring it in with me, or to get some coffee or whatever. Like, it sounds so cool. Until I actually do it, we'll see. But I did ride this bike a decent distance about a month or so ago, and I really liked how it rode. So I can't see why I would have a problem taking this on a trip with me and using it for what I would normally walk around for. Kind of coming back to this thing about walking is, if you go back about a year, I started having all these back issues, lower back issues, and it was causing numbness in my left leg and everything. A lot of those issues get triggered by me sightseeing, right? Like by me walking around, stopping, standing there looking on some things. I went on a food tour once, and it was like a 4-some-hour food tour, and we walked to all these different restaurants, and that was in Austin, and stood there while the guy explained things, and that made my back get super inflamed, caused this pain in my left leg, all this stuff. I feel like this is such a perfect solution to where, so I don't have to do that. Whether they would let me bring it on like a tour or something like that, I don't know. But, you know, one of the things I like about it is when I'm not moving, let's just say I go somewhere and I want to watch a parade. Again, New Orleans, I've done that, right? And my back got sore because I was there watching these parades during Mardi Gras. And I'm thinking, if I had this, I would just have it there and I could sit on the seat and just kind of chill on it. I used to do that on my BMX bike all the time and just be like hanging out on my bike, something to sit on, because there's nowhere to sit. There's tons of people, right? And it's small enough that when you're in crowded places like that, it's not taking up a bunch of space like a full-size bicycle would, right? And if for some reason it got so crowded, I had to fold it up and, you know, wheel it around, because you can use it in like a stroller mode or something like that. or even carry it, I would do that, at least temporarily, when I'm in the super crowded space. So this is such a cool concept. I love it. And I know this is not new. This has been around. Bromptons have been around for a very long time, decades, many decades. And this concept, it's just new to me. And, I kind of wonder, why didn't I do this sooner? Makes so much sense. There you have it. I appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.